Good morning, everybody. Snakezilla again here. Some nice easy food there, and we've got another very sparsely populated board here. One of those morning boards. I was thinking earlier on, as I often do, about my favourite physicist in history, Paul Dirac. A very strange man. When he was growing up, and by the way, you can read these funny anecdotes in an excellent biography by Graham Farmelo called the Strangest Man. But apparently, when he was growing up, so his father was British Swiss, so spoke French, and his mother was English. But his father used to make the children speak French in the house, which meant that I think when Paul Dirac was very young, he believed that men spoke French and women spoke English. I don't know what age he got to when he realised that was not true. It was quite funny, but he had a reputation of being very literal, very logical in his in the way he thought, and yeah, this created a lot of funny stories about Paul Dirac, but also obviously, well, not obviously, it just meant that he actually developed some very foundational, fundamental mathematics, which are really responsible for all of the semiconductor physics, which are part of the devices that we hold in our hands every day. So whenever you pick up your mobile phone, the mathematics he developed, which describe how electricity moves through semiconductors, that was designed by Paul Dirac. He also discovered antimatter, just using a pencil and paper, nothing else. He discovered antimatter, or I think more specifically, he discovered a negative value popped out of one of his equations, which I don't think he really cared to know what that meant, but people informed him, which later turned out to be true, that he discovered a new type of particle which turned out to be antimatter. So yeah, he discovered it before it was ever experimentally observed. So that's how smart this guy was, that you can sit down in your dormitory with a pencil and paper and discover a positively charged electron. I think it's the positron. That's antimatter, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, theoretical physicists. But my favourite story, about Paul Dirac was pertains to a lecture that he was giving. I don't know where it was, probably Cambridge or somewhere, where he was describing an equation on, probably in those days, I would assume, a blackboard. And someone in the audience couldn't quite grasp something that he'd written on the blackboard. So he asked in the questions section. Actually, he didn't ask, this is the whole point. He said, Professor Dirac, I do not understand what is going on in the top right-hand corner of the board. And there was a silence. And apparently the host, or the person that was stewarding the session, after a very long, uncomfortable pause, said, Professor Dirac, are you going to answer the question? And Paul Dirac stood there and said, it wasn't a question, it was a statement. I mean, how small must that guy have felt? So that's Paul Dirac. Whenever you look at your mobile phone, just think of the greatest physicists. That's an opinion, by the way. I'm sure that's down for debate. But Albert Einstein apparently used to carry around with him a book of Dirac's mathematics everywhere with him, and he called it My Little Dirac. So that's how important Paul Dirac was. I think I alluded to Einstein not being, in terms of that level of theoretical physicists, the greatest mathematician amongst them all, although by our standards, he was, I'm sure, exceptional. But yeah, Paul Dirac was precisely the type of mathematician that Albert Einstein would lean upon to develop some of the mathematics behind his ideas. Outsourced mathematics. So there we have it. Paul Dirac. What else? We were talking about ADHD yesterday, weren't we? Dopamine. Yeah. Food for thought. Let's try and get this this guy to number one snake. We should be able to do this because number one snake is only 15,000. That's not too unachievable, I don't think. Shouldn't be. If I perhaps stop talking, I might be able to do it. I thought sorry, I thought that guy was going to rap me then. Still early morning here, guys. My voice is not working properly yet. I'm still half asleep. I don't know if this is a bad thing or a good thing, but I sometimes use this game to wake me up in the morning, with coffee, and play this game. It's a sort of easy introduction into the day. Not recommended. Okay, number 2 snake we are. Number 2 snake we are. Is it sparsely populated board? Or no chance? Should we just head straight for the middle? Or actually, down here seems to be a... What's going on down here? I'm gonna kill myself, aren't I? Oh god. Oh, Jesus.